Hello, stranger. God, it's been a while. I've got here something that's incredibly special. Fat Les. Fat Les. Fat Les has been in my family since I can ever remember. Wow. Okay. He hung in Dad's house in France for years. For years, Rebecca Pritchard remained a key figure on Salvage Hunters, working alongside Pritchard to bring antiques back to life. Viewers enjoyed her expertise and attention to detail. But then she suddenly stopped appearing on the show, leaving fans curious. Fans were left wondering why she left. Was there a major fallout behind the scenes? With no official statement, theories emerged. Some cited health reasons, others a new life direction. What's the real story? Join us as we spill the tea about Rebecca Pritchard's sudden departure from Salvage Hunters. Rebecca Pritchard's last appearance on Salvage Hunters was in Season 18, Episode 12. Since then, speculation continues to swirl online with fans still searching for answers. No doubt, Rebecca's absence from the show left a noticeable gap as she played a crucial role in assessing antiques and offering insights into their restoration. However, contrary to what many fans believe, her absence wasn't due to conflict or fallout. Instead, it was a personal decision to shift her focus to other ventures. According to the farewell video posted by Salvage Hunters on Instagram, Rebecca stated that she is happily moving on to new challenges and wants to make space for the next generation on the show. As you know, I've been with this series since day one, and honestly, I've loved it. It's been an educational experience. I've met hoarders, historians, antique dealers, and your viewing has really made the program what it is today. So, take good care and thank you very much. You see, prior to Rebecca leaving Salvage Hunters, she had already built a successful career that extended far beyond the show. Initially, she worked in the women's fashion industry, specializing in manufacturing, wholesale, and retail. This took her on tours to various countries and allowed her to gain valuable business experience. Over the years, Rebecca explored other business opportunities and interests which eventually led to her decision to leave the show. Rebecca explicitly mentioned that her departure from the show wasn't due to any fallout, but because she wanted to move on to new challenges. However, there were some factors that influenced her decisions. One factor that contributed to her absence from the show was an alleged affair involving her ex-husband and a woman named Amanda Thomas. The affair quickly turned into a highly publicized scandal that affected both Drew's personal life and his professional reputation. According to a reliable The Affair source, Drew and Amanda first met through their sons, who were close friends. Over time, their connection grew, eventually leading to a romantic relationship. Although the timeline of their affair remains unclear, it became public knowledge when Amanda's husband, Janice Bryn Thomas, discovered the infidelity on the part of his wife. At first, Janice, a busy businessman, didn't notice anything unusual. However, he grew suspicious after repeatedly seeing Drew's number in his wife's call logs and messages. Janice's suspicion led him to confront Amanda, and as expected, she admitted to the affair, setting off a chain of dramatic events. The situation escalated when Amanda decided to end the relationship with Drew. In response, Drew sent a text message to Amanda, calling her husband a coward for not seeking revenge over the affair. This led Amanda to show her husband the text message, and he went to confront Drew at the Liverpool Arms, a pub in Conway, North Wales. When the confrontation arrived at the pub, he claimed that Drew recognized him and smirked. Enraged, he approached Drew, knocked him to the ground, and punched his head. With Drew's status as a TV personality, the altercation at the pub quickly gained media attention, leading to legal consequences for Janice. He was charged in court and ordered to pay a total of £1,721, which included a fine of £1,440, £100 in compensation and £181 in legal costs. Additionally, he was banned from the Liverpool Arms and other local pubs in the area. Drew, who was not the fallout entirely innocent in the matter, also faced his own set of repercussions. Initially placed on a temporary pub watch list, he was later banned indefinitely from the pub following the legal proceedings. Although the court ruling settled the legal matter, Amanda Thomas opened yet another can of worms. According to reports, Amanda revealed that since the altercation became public, she has been receiving harassing text messages from other women who claimed to have been involved with Drew. These women accused Amanda of breaking up their relationships, which meant Drew wasn't just involved with Amanda, but a lot of other women. Fans of Salvage Hunters were shocked by the revelations, and the scandal became a buzz, especially within the local community where the altercation took place. Drew's once strong reputation as a respected antiques dealer was significantly damaged, and the scandal took a heavy toll on his marriage. It is worth noting that at the time of the affair, Drew was still legally married to Rebecca Pritchard. For Rebecca, the scandal was a bit challenging and painful. She not only endured the public humiliation of her husband's affair, but also struggled to maintain a professional relationship with him both during and after the scandal. Over time, the tension between them became unbearable, ultimately leading to their divorce. Right now, the trend in the entertainment industry is elaborate weddings and short-lived marriages, but the Pritchards were the opposite. Rebecca and Drew's love story began in the early 1990s. Prior to the beginning of their love story, Rebecca was working in the women's fashion industry while Drew was still in the early stages of his antiques business. The love story: the duo first met when Rebecca visited Drew's antique shop, and from that moment, it was crystal clear they had a strong connection. With their mutual interest in antiques and design, they started dating. Their relationship blossomed after a few dates, and they decided to walk down the aisle. A few months later, Rebecca and Drew exchanged vows and began their life together. During their marriage, the Pritchards had 2 children, a son Tom and a daughter, Grace. While the ex-lovers built a public career through Salvage Hunters, they kept their children out of the spotlight. Tom, being the eldest, grew up around the family's antiques business, likely gaining exposure to the world of restoration and trade from an early age. Grace, on the other hand, has remained even more private, with limited details available about her life and interests. However, their seemingly perfect life was disrupted when Drew's extramarital affairs came to light. According to reports, Rebecca filed for the dissolution of their marriage in 2017, officially ending their decade-long marriage. Of course, the exact reasons were never made public, but it is widely believed that Drew's actions played a major role in Rebecca's decision. Drew's passionate about room sets, about where should that item go, where should that item go. Can we just have that one front and center there? Just give it a little bit of room to breathe. Turn it around there. Line up with the doorway. That's fine. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This tub, great piece of retail as well. Big, but it will still fit in the car. Despite their divorce, Rebecca and Drew remained professional and continued working together, focusing on their children and their shared career in antiques. In the aftermath of their divorce in 2017, their financial settlement garnered attention, particularly due to the valuation of their shared assets. Even though their separation was described as amicable, the court ruled that Rebecca was entitled to a portion of their shared assets valued at $8 million. This division of assets was a necessary step to ensure a fair settlement for both parties. One of the most notable assets involved in the settlement was their home, an 18th-century chapel that Drew purchased in 1995. The property, located in Conway, North Wales, was listed for sale at £795,000, reflecting its unique features and the meticulous work done to preserve its historical character. The chapel-turned-home boasted several unique features, including an ornate toilet previously owned by Rolling Stones frontman MC Jagger. It also included a holiday cottage, 3 stables, and a large pond, adding to its uniqueness. After the divorce, beyond the financial aspects, Drew and Rebecca prioritized their family during the divorce proceedings. They continued to co-parent their 2 children, ensuring stability and support. Despite their separation, their amicable separation allowed both to focus on their personal and professional lives after the divorce. Drew continued his work in the antiques industry and on Salvage Hunters, while Rebecca pursued other personal and professional interests. Having said that, it is safe to assume that Rebecca's experiences influenced her decision to leave Salvage Hunters. Since leaving Salvage Hunters, Rebecca has remained active in the antiques industry. She now uses her extensive experience and network to work as a dealer, researcher, and specialist in decorative antiques, catering to private clients and interior designers. Her expertise and eye for detail have earned her a strong reputation in the industry, allowing her to thrive independently of the show. Apart from antiques, Rebecca has returned to her roots in property development. She now manages a campsite and holiday-led business, offering accommodations that cater to travelers seeking a cozy experience. One of her ventures includes running a bed and breakfast, a small family-oriented lodging that provides overnight stays for guests. Outside of real estate, Rebecca leads an active lifestyle that keeps her engaged. One of her passions is horse riding. From her Pinterest profile, it is evident that she has been involved in equestrian activities since childhood, and it remains a big part of her life. Beyond being a hobby, horse riding helps her relax and provides an escape from work passions and business pressures. Another passion of Rebecca's is cooking. She enjoys experimenting in the kitchen, using food as a way to express creativity and take on new challenges. Cooking is more than just a hobby for Rebecca. It's an important part of her daily life. It allows her to unwind and explore different culinary traditions, reflecting the same curiosity that once made her an expert in antiques and fashion. In recent years, Rebecca has also embraced caravanning. This newly developed passion enables her to travel, visit antique sites, and explore different cities. It also allows her to gain inspiration for her business ventures. On the personal side of things, Rebecca has chosen to remain unmarried since her divorce from Drew Pritchard. While there have been rumors of a romantic relationship with John T., a former cast member of Salvage Hunters, these claims have not been confirmed. Having established what happened to Rebecca Pritchard, let's find out how she joined Salvage Hunters. Good career afternoon. How are we doing? Isn't that nice? Where have you been? Spain. Witton Estate in Herefordshire. There's a distillery on site. A distillery. Oh, there was plenty of, well, a little bit. There was a cassis. English cassis is their specialty. So bar drinking, you've come back with this. Yeah. I mean, gone of the days of screens being used to, hide behind and then throw your stocking over. The screen is embossed leather. It's very cleverly done. This could be used as wall art or in a retail environment. Prior to her television debut, Rebecca had built a 20-year career in the fashion industry, working in wholesale, retail, and manufacturing across the UK and Hong Kong. It was during this period that she met her ex-husband. After moving into property development in North Wales, where she bought and sold homes, Rebecca's skills in restoration and design began to align with Drew's passion for salvaging antiques. Fortunately, her ex-husband took the spotlight as the main host of the show when it launched on Quest in 2011. It's a really cool house, actually. I really like it. Would you consider selling the spin-off for me? Yes. Can I have a look? Yeah, sure. Have a look. Have a look. Yeah, absolutely. Do love the color. Initially, Rebecca stayed behind the camera, but soon became a natural fit for the show due to her growing expertise in antiques and restoration. After a few more seasons, she stepped into a co-presenter role, bringing a complementary perspective to Drew's findings. On the show, her role was to evaluate the history, condition, and restoration potential of items while estimating costs and profits. Additionally, she helped restore the items to a perfect condition, ensuring that each piece received proper care before being displayed or sold. Over time, Rebecca's role on the show became more important. The producers noticed her on-screen chemistry with Drew and how easily she could explain the antiques business to viewers. So basically, she didn't just evaluate antiques, she also brought valuable expertise that made the show more engaging. This led the producers to offer her a spin-off show. Although the concept of the spin-off Salvage Hunters, the Restorers, was similar to the original show, it focused more on the craftsmen who restored the antiques the team found. Her role on the spin-off was simple. She examined the antiques brought in, researched their history and condition, and determined what needed to be done to restore their value. She then explained to the restorers what repairs or modifications were needed, ensuring they understood the item's history and value. Aside from that, she also helped determine whether the restoration would be profitable for the shop. Rebecca used her expertise in antiques to estimate how much an item could sell for after restoration. This helped the team determine whether their efforts were worthwhile. The Lamberta Museum could be the aftermath really good for business if he comes back with posters or signage. anything to do with sort of scooter memorabilia. My only concern is that Drew is scooter mad and his buying won't just stop with his business head. Sometimes she also explained the restoration process to viewers, highlighting the importance of certain repairs. Thanks to Rebecca's expertise, the spin-off series achieved significant success. Viewers appreciated her hands-on approach and ability to breathe new life into antique pieces, making the show both educational and entertaining. However, Rebecca's time on the series was brief. After just 6 seasons, she left the show, disappointing many fans who had grown to appreciate her expertise and on-screen presence. Although Rebecca's time with the show was a success, it wasn't without some challenges. One of the challenges she faced was that fans often tied her success to her ex-husband. While this may seem normal, it was disappointing for Rebecca, who worked hard to build her expertise in the antiques industry. Many forget that Rebecca had years of experience under her belt before joining the show. Her ex-husband in an interview shared that prior to Rebecca joining him on the show, she had spent time in Hong Kong, where she gained hands-on experience in fashion, sharpening her ability to recognize quality and design. This background in fashion helped her spot trends, assess value, and understand craftsmanship, all of which played a key role in her ability to evaluate antiques. So, it wasn't just hurtful to Rebecca that some fans attribute her success to Drew, but also a disregard for her own expertise and contributions.